Good afternoon, everyone. Just wanted to put together a quick video recap of Session 2 of Fundamentals of Design Thinking. First, we talked about how might we questions. How might we questions take our insights and we elevate them to a level that invites solutions. What are the 3 techniques that we use to uncover really effective how might we's? First, be sure not to include your solution in your question. Second, always think of the user and include their needs in your question. And finally, ladder up your how might we. If your initial how might we was solved, what would be the next question? After how might we questions, we moved on to prototyping. No better way to share your idea with potential users than through a prototype. The 3 ways we looked to prototype were first, using a user journey. Remember I talked about creating 8 post-it notes and then lining them up chronologically on the board and letting everyone see where are the most post-it notes, the most important, and what's lacking. Is it lacking for a reason or is it lacking because there's an opportunity? Second, we talked about sketching. Remember we looked at the sketching from the A's engagement where we talked about what's the title of your work, what's the catchy tagline, what's a sketch of that in action, and then a brief description for the user. Finally, we talked about wireframes. Not wireframes in a traditional engineering sense, laying out step by step what happens, but for example, when you're prototyping an app, make a simulated screen, and when a user touches a button on the screen, be prepared to switch out the paper to show them what that next screen would look like. When they tap on a drop-down menu, maybe have an accordion post-it note that you just pull out to show all the options. Finally, we talked about storytelling, my favorite part. And storytelling is the best way to begin to communicate your idea to potential users. If you have an idea for a new movie, go to a Starbucks and tell 20 people. I guarantee you'll come out with a new idea. Same thing with innovation. Talk to 20 potential users, friends, family, or your target market. Get their feedback, and you'll begin to refine your idea. The 2 models that we looked at for storytelling were first the Freytag model, where start with the context. Elevate that with your how might we. Peak at the insight, the aha moment, and then as you decelerate from the peak, deliver your value proposition and end with a happily ever after. Second, we talked about the hero in the whole. This is the Kurt Vonnegut model. We begin with any ordinary day, and then suddenly we start to slide down into the hole by a series of events that leave us near destitute. But it's only through that stroke of magic, which is your product or solution, that turns our fortunes and begins to climb us out of that hole. It won't be an easy journey, but through the 3 benefits of your product, they become the steps that lead us to the promised land. Thanks again for your time. Thank you for attending Fundamentals of Design Thinking. And remember, join our Facebook group, Funda at Haas, and follow me on Twitter at Jeff Iott.